So for the next 10, 15 minutes, however long this goes, just want to invite you to just be here. It always seems like there's something else to do, something better, somewhere else to be, someone else to be. But what if we just drop all that? Drop all the striving, all the doing. Doesn't mean that you have to control yourself. Doesn't mean that you have to try to not be restless. Just noticing there is restlessness right now. And how is that showing up for you? Is it physical? Like, are you moving? Aimlessly moving around? Are you thinking? And primarily, a lot of our restlessness shows up in our thinking. We're constantly thinking. If we're not thinking, then we're doing. It doesn't mean that you have to not do anything. But something happens when we notice the aimless, restless activity, just how it's showing up. If there's thinking, just notice that. How does it feel right now to be restless? And can you stay with that feeling? The senses are still happening. The sounds are still happening. The visual field is still happening. But are you causing it? If you can tune into this, are my thoughts causing any of this? Any of the sounds? Any of the visual experience? If you're outside, if there's wind, is any of this caused by thinking, by this restless movement? And when you tune into this, instead of just accepting an answer from the mind, oh, okay, that's it. But when you ask the question, or rather when you look, right, there's this brief gap, and there might be more thoughts, more restless activity. But in that brief gap, what do you notice? It's kind of mysterious. There's really no words. I don't have any words for that, for this. Nobody does. Your mind will not find any words to describe it. The good news is that you don't need any. You don't need to know what this is. You don't need to know what that sound is, what that feeling is, what that form, that color is in front of you. Does it make you uncomfortable? Because it's okay. It's okay to be a bit uncomfortable with not knowing what any of this is. So we can just settle into that. We can settle into any discomfort. We can notice any reactions that happen. Thoughts, right? Those are reactions or reflections. And just resting right here, not moving, and just resting, not trying to get anywhere else, because there's nowhere to go. Doesn't matter where you go. You're still, you're still in the same place. You haven't really moved anywhere. That's why trying to get somewhere that's not here is kind of fruitless, aimless. But what if we just settle right here, just for a brief moment or two? And whatever your mind is fixated on, wants to do afterwards, that's okay. We can just put that on the back burner. Just leave it be for now. You just keep coming back to this mysterious whatever. Which isn't separate from what's happening. The unknown, the mystery is not separate from this, from any of this. And we're just opening to it. We're not trying to figure it out. We're not trying to understand it. We're not trying to penetrate it. We're really not adding any effort, which is kind of weird, right? It's kind of strange to not add any effort when that's what we're usually doing. Even in trying to let go of effort can be a sense of efforting, doing. But the you, the sense of you that is hearing this, that wants to maybe feel into this, feel some peace, some spaciousness, you can't make it happen. What you're looking for, you can't make it happen. Doesn't mean that it's not available to you, though. It's just that you can't make it happen. That might be uncomfortable to hear. But why don't we stay with that? Stay with just that really basic pointer that what you're really looking for is already here. It's just not attainable through effort. So can you just relax fully, trusting that pointer? No matter what. Even if a really loud, I don't even know what that was, drives by. Not quite what you may expect, but just gonna relax into it. No expectations, but no anticipation either. Not anticipating anything to happen. Nothing has to happen. Nothing has to change. So we're not needing anything to happen. Nothing has to. This is all paradoxical and it makes no sense. So stay with that. Stay with that sense of confusion, maybe. Makes no sense. The mind has no clue what is happening. But can you stay with that and not distract yourself? Not run off into the mind? It's hard. But it's only hard because we're habituated. It's like we're habituated to scratch the itch. And I'm kind of telling you, don't scratch the itch. It's actually not even an itch at all. And it's fine the way it is. So it can be a bit of a challenge. Or not. Or it could just be as simple as just trusting your experience. Trusting that it's okay to just relax into this. Trusting that it's okay to not really do anything in particular. Not strive anywhere to get anywhere. Not strive to fix anything or understand. Even these words that you're hearing from me, from my voice, don't have to be understood. Just hearing them is enough. And that takes no effort. If you can find a sense of effort, if you can notice a sense of effort, welcome it. Don't push it away. Effort's not the problem. It's a very subtle misperception that this is me, that I'm doing this. If there's any problem, it's that. Although, even that's not necessarily a problem. So just noticing your experience, noticing how your body's feeling, noticing the sense of spaciousness that's subtle, or maybe not so subtle. And just relaxing into that. It's like you're sitting down in a nice jacuzzi, a bath, and you're just really settling in. Really letting go of all control. So what's left except this? Even this is just a word. Can you stay here? If you've lost it, that's okay. Because that's just a thought. And as soon as you notice that thought, you're back. Because there's nowhere to go. You don't have to orient anywhere. There's no need to orient. There's no need to have a position. It's okay to not know. Strangely peaceful, isn't it? Maybe not. Maybe there's resistance. Maybe there's doubt, which is okay. Because that's all that's in the way. Resistance, fear, doubt. If you are noticing any peace, any sense of calm or stillness, just let it wash over you. And noticing how it's not separate from what's happening. It's not separate from the sounds, the movement. It's very ordinary. And it's not a matter of creating it or looking for it. It's really just trusting that it's here. This is it. So, just being present without effort, without striving, without trying to be present, you are present because it's your natural state. And it happens so effortlessly. I'd say, really, the value in doing all this work is presence. You notice how it's not like just some bare, empty, vacant presence. See if you can notice the aliveness. Are you alive right now? How do you know that without a thought? Do you need a thought to tell you that you're alive? So just stay with that. Stay with that aliveness. sense of being, beingness, existence itself. Because you don't have to look for it. It's right in front of your face. It's always been. It's always available. Because it hasn't gone anywhere. And every moment, every happening is just a reminder of that. But we have to give up all our ideas. We have to give up our striving for a better you. Because it'll never happen. And it's not needed.